The internet has turned nutrition into a religion or a cult. Every bloke now with a six-pack thinks he's a scientist and an expert on food. One bloke says fruit's killing you.
And in this video, we're going to talk about why fruit sugar is killing you, the kiss of death.
Another one says meat's killing you.
A study was done showing how eating 50 grams of processed meat a day increased the risk of colorectal cancer by 18%.
One says seed oils are poison. Another one says that butter's going to help fix my pee-pee and cure my baldness. And of course, every single one of them has a podcast, a course, a discount code, an affiliate link, or maybe even their own powder they're selling.
We tried to make a good fat burner, so we were getting it for like $4 and some change. I sell it for like $50 a bottle.
I would suggest you go on the Circle Diet. You can purchase the book, The Circle Diet.
Most people just want to know what to bloody eat to be healthy.
That's it.
Now, before some 23-year-old shredded fitless goblin comes for me in the comments, I just want to say, I used to be a chunker. Okay, what I mean is I used to be more of a chunker than I am now. I'm not talking about some Instagram chubby or bulking season fat. I'm talking proper sweaty blob. At my heaviest, I was probably weighing in at about 150 kgs.
150.
I was basically looking like Steven Seagal in his current phase after just smashing a full bucket of KFC. I've done the Oprah fat to skinny yo-yo diet twice now. It's my second go at it. I went all the way down from 150 to 92, and I was skinny, yeah. I mean, technically I wasn't obese anymore, but I didn't look healthy, even though I was skinny. My big bald head was still the same size, and I looked like one of those bobblehead characters that you see on a dashboard.
Thousands of tears later.
And then a couple of years ago, I came to Thailand, and somehow, I managed to balloon up to 130 kilos again, which, if you think about it, is pretty impressive on my part. Bit of a pioneer. I mean, most people come to Thailand and manage to lose weight. Fresh food, heat, walking a lot. Not this guy. But I was basically eating every day and lots of it.
I just want to eat.
At one point, people thought the photos of Steven Seagal were actually me. That's right, and that's not an exaggeration. At some point, you've got to consider that a catastrophic life achievement, but at the same time, kind of wear that as a badge of honor.
That's for sure.
And this is where the nutrition circus begins, because once you decide to lose weight, you realize that everyone's an expert. You open social media and you see vegan guy this, carnivore guy that, raw guy, Cambodian breast milk only guy,
and get breast milk from a Cambodian immigrant,
vampire looking rich biohacker dude with veins in his forehead, and of course the organ eating dude who's definitely not on steroids. You see, every single one of them thinks they've cracked the code for human health, and everyone thinks that the other one's a terrorist. Now, I'm not saying all of them are scammers. I'm sure some of them genuinely believe what they're saying, but a lot of them have built their identity and a nice chunk of change around the very specific diet that they're harping on about, which is why every conversation online feels like it's part of a cult recruitment seminar. Eat this, don't eat this, never eat that. Join us, join our community. That for me is the biggest red flag. Join our community basically means join our cult. And nutrition science itself is messy as hell because humans are messy as hell. We're messy monkeys.
If you want over 1,000 testosterone, this is all you need to eat.
Shut the f up!
So when someone screams,
but studies prove this.
mate, first of all, half of those studies contradict themselves 5 years later. That's a reality. Secondly, we have no idea what's being conveniently ignored to reach the conclusions they wanted. And on top of that, are the people following the diet? Are they sleeping well? Are they drinking? Are they smoking? Are they just lying?
All good questions.
Is their wife or husband busting their balls? Humans are not lab rats. We're emotional little bitches, and that affects our health.
Certain emotions cause certain diseases.
Yes, anger causes inflammatory disorders.
Depression is correlated with cancer. Guilt is also correlated with cancer.
Sadness and grief affects your lungs. Anger affects your liver.
To maximize your weight loss and support the global de-chunking movement, check out the awesome range of Bullshido merch available. Guaranteed to help you lose 10 kilograms in the first month.
Almost certainly not true.
If you're a cheapskate fatty, think about liking and subscribing. It costs nothing, my fellow short round.
So eventually I stopped listening to all the tools online and I decided to simplify everything. My brother called me and said I should try the carnivore diet because I had some stomach issues, and I thought, screw it, let's give it a go. And I gave it a proper go. Carnivore canapé. I stopped drinking completely, which isn't really that big a deal for me because I don't really care about alcohol. I'm more of a stoner. People will talk about me eating too much steak, meanwhile consuming that liquid depression day in, day out, or every weekend in copious amounts. I cut alcohol, soft drinks, anything processed, and just by doing that, I'm pretty much ahead of most people already. That's it. That shit alone would transform millions of lives instantly.
All right, so what'd you do?
So for months, all I ate was beef, eggs, some dairy, and everything was cooked in beef fat. And I felt incredible.
Everything was delicious.
Better clarity, better energy, better physically, better mentally, better mood, better in every single way. Now, before everyone shits their pants in the comments, I'm not telling people to go ahead and do carnivore. I'm not starting a meat cult. I've already got a Seagal cult. What worked for me, Doesn't mean it's gonna work for you. But I also think that for the most part, the reason most diets work is because they force people to clean up their shit.
And get rid of processed foods.
Probably for the first time in most people's lives. And that's the real common denominator here that most of these guys don't want to admit. Whether it's keto, vegan, carnivore, Mediterranean, whatever, they all get rid of ultra processed foods and eat a pretty clean whole food diet. Most people improve because they stop eating like a raccoon dumpster diving. Cookie! Now here's my revolutionary weight loss advice, completely free of charge. You ready? Stop drinking alcohol, reduce sugar dramatically as much as you can, stop eating any shit that's been made in a lab, and just start moving more. There is no magical secret, no magical tea, no Mayan root elixir blessed by shirtless monks. It's just simple shit.
I know what to do. I know what to do.
Now, just for the record, I don't think humans need copious amounts of sugar, bread, pasta, noodles, or rice shoved in their gullets every single day. With that said, you don't have to be a psychopath about food. Because ultimately the best diet is the one that you can do every single day, day in, day out, which is why I went from being a strict carnivore and loosened up a bit. Because life exists and you're gonna go and hang out with mates and stuff, and you're gonna need to eat some things. So that's the problem. The internet wants you to think it's all or nothing, and that's not the case.
The fact is, guys, cheat meals are killing your gains.
Because honestly, if you just eat clean, get rid of processed shit, drop the alcohol and move a bit more, you're basically in the top 1% of the population.
For nutrition and health.
Which is awesome and somewhat concerning for our species as a whole. Anyway, that's my take and what worked for me. No medical advice, no religion, not a cult, just a former chunker who doesn't ever want to end up looking like Steven Seagal again.